Hi.
She's on my microphone. Hello, I'm Mr. Snapper.
And I'm Red Snapper.
And this is
Project
Nutmeg. You're in a good mood.
She is. I think she's laughing.
When we lived in our first Hollywood apartment with Holly and Piper ages ago, we yearned for a yard where they could roam. Dogs need space to exercise, and our Dalmatians were not great on a leash in the city. I should say we weren't great on a leash in the city. We've gotten better at leash training dogs.
Yeah, we were pretty bad with that.
Thankfully, we found a rental house that had a yard, and we lived there for most of the 15 years we spent in Los Angeles. The house had a yard that Holly, Piper, Doodlebug, Buster, and Coca all enjoyed.
Mm-hmm. It's time for fun with bears. She has his bear. Skeeter. We lived in apartments after our move to Dallas as we saved up to buy a house. Since Bus and Coca were used to having a yard, we looked for apartments that had on-site dog parks. If our pups couldn't have their own yard, we could at least walk them a short distance to have some off-leash outdoor time.
After some positive experiences in our apartment complex's dog parks, say that 3 times fast, we decided to take Bus and Coca to an off-site dog park. They enjoyed exploring new spaces, meeting new dogs, and sniffing new things. There were also a lot of tennis balls for some reason.
Yeah.
And Coca loved chasing after the tennis balls.
Mm-hmm.
We went on Saturday mornings and saw a lot of the same people and the same dogs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We did.
Okay, you ready for this? Give it back to me. Are you new to fetch? All right, sit. Okay, hold on. Okay, seriously. Okay, sit.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Hold on. Ready?
Sit. Okay, you ready? Hey, look, it's a friend. Okay, ready? Go get it. Here she goes.
Hi, puppy.
Bring it back.
We got off work a little early one January afternoon in 2018, and we decided to take the dogs to the park. The crew was different. I mean, it was a different day of the week, different time of day.
Sure.
Coca loves dogs, and she was curious about the wrong dog.
Very unfortunate for Coca. The wrong dog was anxious about being there. You could tell by the dog's body language. Coca was too close to the dog for the dog's liking. The dog got scared and it bit Coca. Coca tried running away when the dog lunged at her, so its teeth caught Coca's side as she tried to run away, which sort of tore a gouge.
Yeah, it tore her side.
Yeah.
It was not pretty.
No.
I was absolutely shocked by the whole thing, and I didn't know what to do next. Fortunately, the owner gave me his number and paid for the emergency vet visit. But that experience spooked me, and it definitely spooked Coca. We still visited our apartment's dog park, but that was the last time we went to a public dog park.
Yeah. So that is the first reason we don't take Nutmeg or Coca to dog parks. There are safety concerns. Not everyone is as responsible as the dude with the anxious dog willing to pay for damages and make sure your pet is okay. And in truth, dude should have removed his anxious dog from the park before the incident with Coca.
Yeah, he should have. I do appreciate, though, that he was...
I was surprised.
Yeah.
I was surprised that he was a stand-up guy.
Yeah, definitely a stand-up guy who felt bad for what happened.
Yeah.
People don't always watch their dogs. It's a lot like some parents with their children. Children, frankly. You have to keep an eye on them in public spaces. Kids get into all kinds of trouble. They do more than eat poop.
I'm sorry. That just reminds me of that one time we were at Cafe 101 in Hollywood, and we're just like, there's like no one in there. I don't know what time of day we were there. There was no one in there.
We've been in there at all times
I know.
of day.
But we were like eating our food, and then this kid just like came up to our table and was just like sort of like banging on the end of the table and jabbering away, and then the parent came over to get the kid, and it was
Bradley Whitford.
Bradley Whitford, yeah.
Yeah, he was like, I'm so sorry.
It was Bradley Whitford.
I'm so sorry. Jane
Kasmerick. They were still married at the time. They were there at the 101 with their kids. Yeah. It was like us.
I'm so sorry.
Jane Kasmerick, Bradley Whitford.
Not a big deal.
Oh, that's fine, Bradley.
Maybe we should have an Olympic decathlon.
Yeah, exactly.
It means an academic decathlon. 1 day, 10 events, testing all the knowledge one would gain in high school. Me versus you.
You're joking, right?
That doesn't put the tasty Triscuit crackers in my stomach now, does it?
I'm sorry. Well, sorry doesn't put the Triscuit crackers in my stomach now, does it, Carl?
Your dog might be perfectly fine around other dogs, but other dogs might not. You don't know what kind of training other dogs have, if any, and that's a concern. It's the unknown.
You don't know. You also don't know about vaccinations, which is another reason that we don't take the girls to the dog park. One of the things that I love about day camp is that the dogs must be current with vaccines.
Yeah, and I think that I'd have to go back and look, but I think when you look up the dog parks, they say, oh, your dogs have to be current on their vaccines. But Dogtopia, where we take our dogs sometimes, requires standard boarding vaccines. Camp Bow Wow requires flu shots on top of the boarding vaccines. But they confirm that. They want to see it in writing. You don't have to show your shot record or have your vet send it over to gain admission to a public dog park. They're not checking. So I think it is a requirement. Your dog has to be up on their vaccines, rabies, and all that stuff. But there's someone there to check it.
No, there's nobody stamping
and nor
an
would
X
you really
at the door.
Want there to be, honestly. It's a public park.
Yeah. Some dogs are social butterflies. Coca loves other dogs. Bus loved people. Nutmeg prefers people, but she has some interest in other dogs that aren't in her pack. They have to have the right attitude for most social situations with people and off-leash dogs to be okay in a park situation.
Camp is great for admitting dogs who play nicely with others. A lot of places offer a free assessment or a free first day, half day. I think that's what Dogtopia does. So that they can test your dog with other campers. Staff are paid to watch the dogs, so someone is always managing them.
It's like dropping your kid off at daycare.
Exactly.
Yeah. Coca's injury from 2018 really opened our eyes to the dangers of dog parks. The poor girl had to wear a drain for a while, and she had to wear a cone even longer.
There are cones full of ice cream and meat. This is a cone full of kissing. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love you, yes. Yes, I love you.
She's been fine at camp in the years since her dog park incident, but I think it traumatized her.
Yeah. She's definitely more cautious around other dogs. She's still very interested in other dogs, but she's more tentative than she was before. There are these cool pubs, restaurants where they serve beer and have a dog park. I love the idea, but how well, it's like the paranoia, how well do drunks manage their dogs in public? You know, what if I pounded beers and had to take Nutmeg to an emergency vet because of another dog? It seems unsafe.
It does. It seems unsafe. It's risky.
It's risky.
But do you take your dog to public parks? Are we off base and paranoid?
Yeah, we're definitely paranoid, but are we off base? We're definitely paranoid. But tell us about your experience in the comments below. We'd really like to hear from you, and yeah, tell us how paranoid we are. We'd dig that too.
Yeah.
Be sure to like and subscribe to help our small channel, and boop the bell for notifications.
Yeah.
Let's think of the comment section below as like the people version of a dog park. Just roam freely. And
you can bite each other, I guess. But I'm not paying for you to go to the vet.
No.
If you bite each other, that's on you.
That's on you.
Did you grow up with parents who didn't manage you well? Is that what happened? See you next time.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.